You know, we've tried to pass the sales tax. This will be the 4th time. And our schools need help desperately. Our EMS needs help desperately. And I don't think that it's fair for the property owners to have to fit the bill all the time. And so the commissioners, I was proud of you guys for putting it on the ballot. But then I was disappointed because when I go out to the polls, I see our commissioners out there trying to persuade people to vote against the sales tax again. And this is the 4th time that the PAC has put it on their ballot to vote against this sales tax. So I don't know, and it was, my mouth dropped open when you said that you didn't have confidence in the Board of Commissioners. I mean, if you don't have confidence in your board, what does that mean for Bladen County? And I spoke with Mr. Horace Munn, the president of this PAC, and was talking with him about the Board of Education, and he said that he didn't have confidence in the Board of Education to spend the money wisely. What is that saying about our county? We need to work together. We need to come up with solutions together. And, you know, we're not always going to agree. We're going to disagree. And I know I was at a training with you all, and James Maynard, I think, said that, you know, as commissioners, you guys should work together. You're not going to agree, but whatever the board decides, then you all support each other in that decision as a united front. And I don't see that happening, and it concerns me. So my question is, why don't you support the sales tax? The members of the PAC.
You want my response?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
I supported, as the commissioner, I supported putting it on the ballot because I believe in social justice, that every citizen in Bladen County should have the right to vote for their conscience and what they think is right. But until this board decides how that money is going to be spent, I'm against it one time, I was against it the 2nd time, I was against it the 3rd time, I'll be against it the next time. I lay in a car accident for 40 minutes, needing an ambulance. Tomorrow morning, I have to see a neurosurgeon. My back is fractured. But if Bladen County cannot set priorities and decide that money to go to 2 of our most highest needs, which is education and EMS, in my opinion, I'm a member of the PAC. I'm proud of it. I voted against it. I'm proud of it. And I'm encouraging everybody that I can encourage to keep on voting against it until we can commit ourselves as to how it's going to be spent. Now, some of the commissioners talked about reducing the property tax if we'll support the sales tax. But you know, no money in doing that. Our needs are too great here in this county to implement one tax and reduce the other. I got wrote up about it, but I'm proud of it. I am a strong supporter of education, and will continue to be that. the direction the education has taken, I do not agree with it. And the response time for EMS in the section in which I live, I disagree with it. We can do better. Now, the voters have spoken. That's their choice. But until we can sit down and get together and set some priorities that make some sense to me, I'm proud of my record.
Well, I guess I need your response too, because you remember I'm that same time. And when we discussed that tonight, it was to be put on the approved by the board. We gave specifics on how we wish for that to be implemented and what we want done. That we wanted to go to EMS, go to the schools, and some to go to economic development. We asked for that specific. And said we would love for it to be delegated down here. I spoke with the manager, and I spoke with nothing on this board about that. Same thing, that I will support it 100% if you will specify specifically what you're gonna do with that money. We sit here and talk about the board does things, we don't ask them for any concern. They just do stuff and we not aware of what they're doing.
You're a board member?
No, the school board, they're moving money, we didn't know they was moving money. Certain things we said we don't have a handle on. I have been to other commissioners in other counties, and I asked them, because we failed 2 times, and I asked, how do they pass that tax? They all have said that they made resolution and specifically delegated that money as to where it would go and for a spending period of time. Some of them went for 5 years, some went for 10 years. Then they will back, look at it, and reallocate that money again. But they said every time it's been passed, and it's all been passed 39 times, I believe something like 150 tribes with different counties. And every one of those guys said they had to be very specific and precise as to where that money was going and how it would be used in order to get it passed. I spoke that right here at the board that night and requested that we do that. Yes, I'm a man of the fact. And until we can specify and tell me what you're going to do, because people ask me, what you going to do with the money? You're going to give it to the school. What is the school going to do with it? I don't know. None of us know. School don't know what they're going to do with it. Nobody has specified what they're going to do with the money. We sit here, we battle about EMS, trying to figure out how to fund EMS. Tell me specifically what you're going to do with it, so when the taxpayer asks me, what are you going to do with my money? I can tell them what this commission has done. We can come in here at the board. This commission can specify what we want that money to be allocated. And if it's not used for that purpose, this commission can put that money in an escrow fund and let it sit there. And they cannot use it until they do what's allocated to do it. That's the law. That's how all of them go. They put the money in specific categories. That's what's done. And until they do that, I will not support it. I want to know where the money's going, so if someone asks me where it's going, how's it going to be spent, I can say, this is what the intent and purpose of this money is. Not to just put it out there and say, school board getting $250,000. To what? Fix on raggedy building? Build new schools? Hire new staff? Give administrators a salary increase? Tell me what you're going to do with the money. And once you can be that specific, I told them back here a year ago, when they came up in the big office, I would support it 100% if you tell me what you're going to do with that money. And they have yet to do that now this morning. And I won't support it. As a member of the PAC, or just a member myself as a board member. But this is my PAC. I won't support it.
Okay, Mr. Peterson.
If Mr. Buller wants to respond, I want to finish this conversation up, so I want to do it.
I introduced a motion that night, we were talking about that, to have a referendum signed by the commissioners, that how the money will be specifically used. My thought on it was to be used for EMS and the school system. I believe if we use it for EMS and the school system, everyone benefits from that. I think that if we use it for school, then that would benefit the future of Bladen County, bring up the educational system. Anytime you bring up the educational system, man can get a better job, he can really do better for himself. And in my opinion, the most needed areas are EMS and the schools. I work in EMS. We need more equipment, more employees to cut down on response time. And Dr. Blunt's already mentioned the response time that she had and when she had her accident. So to me, EMS and the school system is the most important thing. And I think everybody benefit from that. That's the reason, and like I said, I introduced a motion here to pay it to EMS and the schools, and it was defeated. So I'm for schools and EMS. I've been with EMS since 1978, and I've seen a lot of changes in it. We need new equipment and clothing. EMS is important, and everybody benefits from EMS and the school system. Everybody.
You know, I don't totally disagree with what they said. They sit there and feel, I'm surprised you didn't even see so much smoke they put in this room. I don't know how much clearer you can be. The first 3 times we tried it for capital improvements, to give that money, go straight to capital improvement for schools. If this Board of Commissioners wants to be on the Board of Education, they need to resign from here and run for Board of Education. We are elected to serve this county as a commissioner, and we are not elected to serve as a Board of Education member.
That was my response to...
And as far as EMS, we put a penny sales tax, property tax, this past year, if I ain't badly mistaken, to take care of EMS. I mean, they can blow this smoke off they want to. They just blowing smoke.
Now, wait a minute.
And it's the best thing to ever happen. And I've heard him, Cogdell told me he wasn't going to do nothing that supported the rich. Well, the rich, what he calls the rich, has been paying these bills in this county for...
Listen, Charles Ray Peterson.
No, I got the floor on the
You want
Blank, throw blanks, nobody interrupt
do
you.
whatever you want.
Nobody interrupt you now, let Mr. Peterson talk,
Let him
please.
talk, let him talk.
Yeah, let me talk. It's my time.
Yes, your time.
Huh? Please,
But you like, you know, time ain't the lie
that's
on
enough,
me.
that's enough.
You got a button there, he called the law, we'll get him out of here.
Call it
But
off.
the thing is,
I'm not gonna sit there and lie.
evidently, if you ask Mr. Cogdell and Dr. Blanks and Mr. Bullock how they want to spend the money, and if you do what those 3 want to do, then they'd pass it. But what about the other 6 commissioners that sit here? I mean, you have to go on the majority rules, and that's the way you're supposed to govern this Board of Commissioners.
Charles,
Wait a minute,
let me speak this.
let one talk at a time.
Let me talk this
Are you
minute.
through, Mr. Peterson?
I'll cease for a minute.
Mr.
All right,
President,
go ahead, Mr. Cardell.
I'm listening to what you're saying, and you're talking out both sides of your mouth. When we came in here back last year to look at this tax increase, we sat down, Mr. Payton, all of us, and let's do 6.2 or something like that. You stood back here and said, no, please, let's go ahead and do this 8
I
cents.
got one vote.
Wait a minute, you said, let's do this 8 cent. You dogged everybody to do that 8 cent sales tax so we can take care of EMS and all the other things that we need to do. And you dogged everybody on that to get that done. Then you turn around and make us look like a bunch of nuts and say, we gonna give them back 2 cents. If that's the case, why did we get the 8 cent from the start with? You the one came here and raised all that fuss about getting 8 cent from the tax. You the one did that. Don't put that on us. You did that.
And Mr. Chairman, may I say, I did not label Mr.
You did
Peterson.
that.
He say I'm here blowing smoke. Why is he sitting up there blowing? When I had to lay up on a car accident for 40 minutes, waiting on an ambulance, is that smoke?
You come up in here with that 8 cent rubber tax. You. Nobody else but you.
Wait a minute now.
Let's go around the table. Go ahead, I'm coming back to me in a minute.
Mr. Chairman, let me say something.
Hold it. Mr. Bullock's got the floor.
Okay, I don't know what y'all's talking about when to be on the Board of Education, because I don't know what he's talking about blowing smoke. I don't agree with that. But the thing about it though, our most need, in my opinion, is EMS and schools. That's my opinion. I have the right to voice my opinion.
That's right.
That's good.
Without labeling people.
Mr. Priest,
I don't know who
the
thinks
thing,
he
the
is.
point I was trying to make here is, we've had 3 opportunities to go up education, and all 3 times the PACs have been against it. So if education's so important, why didn't we support it the first 3 times, and we wouldn't even be here the 4th time, trying to get it passed again to help the property owners? I'll say this again, we increased the property tax 1 cent for EMS. We've done that this past budget. And I just appreciate the opportunity that I am so powerful that I control every vote that goes on this board unless it's Mr. Cogdell.
And I remember, excuse me, I remember the
Chairman,
first two,
my opinion is Bladen County
yeah, the first two times we had
can
to, send
do
it,
a
we were
good
on,
job of delivering.
putting it on education.
emergency
I remember that.
services.
The first two times was education.
We have
It was defeated by-
to do better, and I'm working for better. And nobody tells me which board I wanna be on.
My concern is that it seems that this PAC has a lot of power, and
It does.
I know it does.
It
Yes,
makes
ma'am.
sense.
I know. So
We need to work together cooperatively to do it. But then when one is going to belittle another without respect, and Mr. Peterson intends to become Prince Charles
Now the king's
rather
in the
than
throne.
Commissioner Charles, and thinks he has the right to call us whatever publicly.
Let's don't get personal, please.
That's right.
Don't get
And I
personal.
think, Mr. Chairman, you need to call us all out.
I
That's
think
what
we
I
need to
have
be
to
a
say.
little more
I respect
civil.
you, and you
Thank
go and
you.
respect me.
Thank you, let's start that right now. Thank you.
I would just like to say that I feel like this PAC has a lot of power, and I would like to see the sales tax passed so that we can make improvements that Bladen County needs. I don't understand why this PAC can work together, but our Board of Commissioners cannot. It seems unacceptable to me. It seems that we bicker over things that don't matter and don't get to the real issue. So I would encourage you to work together and to find a solution to these problems that we have. And it's been going on for years, and we haven't a solution. And I know that some of you have been on these boards for years. We need change. Thank you.